There's a great quote I heard some time back. It goes, "The meaning of your communication is the response you get." The meaning of your communication is the response you get. I remember the first time I heard that, I couldn't stop thinking about it. It's so fascinating to me. What does that mean? Well, we all think that when we communicate, which I call the broadcast, we think that when we communicate that it's taken in the same way it goes out, that we've somehow taken what's in our mind and transported it into your mind. But it doesn't really go that way, does it? I think we know that it really doesn't go that way. Let me give you one example. I was in a room of 50 bankers at JP Morgan Chase, and I asked them a simple question. What does money mean to you? And I say, just take out a piece of paper and jot down 6 words. What does money mean to you? And I gave them a moment to do that. And then I gathered them into groups of 5 and had them compare their answers. Not one group agreed or matched on a single word, on a single definition of what money meant. A group of bankers all had different definitions of what money meant. Why is that? Why is that? I think we sort of understand, because when information comes in order to make sense of it, in order to understand it, we have to bring to it our entire inventory of knowledge and experience that we have to make sense out of it. And then we know what it means. But that reservoir of knowledge and experience is different for all of us. We all have different upbringings, different educational experiences. We may come from different countries of origin. We have different ethnicities, different religions, different educational experiences. We are as diverse as anyone could be. I mean, no two people are alike. So that when we bring that experience to it, the meaning is different. And not only is the meaning different, but then our brains are synergistic. What do I mean by that? It means that when we get an idea, when we get thinking, it then jumps out all over and makes new links and connections. We think by association, by links and connections in our brain. And we have over 100 billion brain cells. Each brain cell can communicate with up to 100,000 other brain cells. So once we have meaning, that meaning then makes new links and connections. An example, when I was doing that workshop at JP Morgan Chase, it was at their Metro Tech Center in Brooklyn, and it was springtime, and it was getting close to noon, and a band struck up in the courtyard, and it played a Rolling Stones song. Now, I don't know what that meant to the people, the 50 bankers in the room, but when I heard that Rolling Stones song, it brought me back to the 1970s when I was actually at a Rolling Stones concert in Madison Square Garden. And that made me think of a good friend of mine who passed away at an early age. It also made me think of a girlfriend that I had at that time. And thinking about that girlfriend made me think of things we did together, made me think of her mother. That's the brain working synergistically. So when we take in information, when you communicate to me, I am going to make my meaning out of that communication. And then it's going to go out in different directions and links and connections. Is that good? Of course it's good. That's creative. That's a natural process of creative thinking that we experience. And it's an opportunity for innovation, for creation, for dialogue, for new ideas. However, If we think we've communicated something and 5 people in a room walk away with a different understanding of what was communicated, that might not be good. So how do we know what the meaning of our communication is? Well, there's one question that you can ask that could reveal that for you. And it may not be the one that you're thinking about, because what a lot of people ask is, could you paraphrase back to me what I just said? And you know what? People are very good at being parrots, and they could paraphrase it back to you, and all you'd know is a little paraphrase of what you said. But if you ask them this question, what do you think about what I just said? What do you think about it? Then there's 2 things that happen. First of all, if your communication was floating by, now if they hadn't taken it in before, now they have to take it in and actually link it up with their thinking, so there's a much better chance they're going to retain that communication. And the second thing is, now that they have linked it up, now that you've asked them what their thinking is, you're going to find out what their meaning is, what it meant to them. What did that mean to you? What do you think about that? And it may not match up with what you intended, but it'll give you the opportunity to have a dialogue that will reach understanding, so that you have understanding. And beyond that, you'll get to hear their natural creative thinking, which may bring the dialogue to a whole different place that could be very valuable to both of you. But at the very least, that dialogue, by asking, what do you think about what I just said, that dialogue will create understanding. So the meaning of your communication is the response you get. Hey, I just want to say thank you for watching my video. If you feel you got something out of it, do me a favor. Comment, like it, share it, and most importantly, subscribe to this YouTube channel, because there's lots more there and lots more coming your way. And I hope it will give you something that will make your life better. Thanks a lot.